I had the most delicious piece of banana bread yesterday, thanks to you.
I gave him half of mine because he had to try it.
Did you like it, Dave?
I loved it.
Okay, good.
That was from Lillian, his wife.
Yeah, we're gonna. You guys are gonna be our guinea pigs because I'm not eating that, and so she's working on getting her recipe together.
It's delicious. It's the best banana bread I've ever tasted.
Oh, thank you.
So explain to us why you're not eating it.
Well, I'm on day 16.
Oh, that's right.
I told you guys at the beginning of the year that I was going to cut bread and sugar.
Because
double whammy.
Well, the goal was to cut bread. I thought I wanted to cut bread for 2024.
Do you consider yourself overweight? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. I think that look, I think we can all say this. Compared to what I used to be, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. The pandemic put a lot of us off track, too.
For sure. So what happened is I started with the whole bread, and that was the goal. But I said, you know what? Maybe I'll see how long I can go with the sugar and see how that goes. And it's like, oh, man, that's hard, and withdrawals and headaches and all that kind of stuff. So what I've been doing is I've been, like, as I'm doing it, also researching and reading the information that I never knew, that we don't even talk about. I thought that, Colleen, your interview that you did was just absolutely spot on, talking about the foods that do give us energy as opposed to the food that make us, right?
I think we're going to have more from that interview coming up at 8:15. So,
and oh, by the way, in that interview, she talked about bringing leftovers for breakfast, and she says, and you can have like eggplant parmesan. I text the text line because I have eggplant parmesan.
And you're going to eat that for breakfast?
It's already gone.
So, did you experience the withdrawals from sugar? Did you?
A little bit.
Okay.
Felt a little tired, but it wasn't as bad as I thought. I felt a little tired. I got a little bit of the headache part. I think it helps that I have a coffee addiction. So that kind of helps feed that. I can imagine if I quit sugar, bread, and coffee. No, that would be too much.
Yeah, I'd give up the other two before coffee any day.
But these things that we're talking about, again, the average American eats 60 pounds of added sugar a year. Like I said, that's 6 bowling balls.
Wow.
You know what I mean? And we that's what we do. You go out of the country, you go other places, and you all know portion sizes aren't the same. Our bread here is like cake compared to Europe, right? And so the more you start to have this, you research this information, you start to realize like, yo, what's going on here? These conversations, for example, they tell you to limit your saturated fats. That's normal, right? When has there ever been a PSA about limiting your steak? Right? That's a money thing. Because they don't want to say that because there's a lot of money in the whole steak process, but just the saturated fats.
Well, you saw what happened to Oprah when she said people should stop eating red meat.
I was just about to bring that up.
You take on a whole industry. And so that, we've interviewed people before that compare sugar to the next big tobacco. But go ahead and try to take on sugar. You can't.
I'm glad you bring up tobacco. If you look it up today is 60 years since the first time the Surgeon General came out and said that tobacco and cigarettes are linked to cancer. That was 60 years ago, right? And you see the progress that has been made now. The foods that we have been eating, there's a lot of research that's out there, but there's also a lot of capitalism that is going on. Again, I don't want to nerd out, but I wanted to find out why, for me personally, I've had such addiction to food, weak with food. And I'm starting to realize, like, yeah, we have a little help with the stuff that's in our food and the stuff that we're eating.
How do you feel?
I feel
16 days out.
The biggest thing, the two things that I noticed the most, my mind is clear.
Wow.
Number one.
It's affected your mind?
Yes. It's very clear. Like, I can process things when I'm stories, news, even having a conversation with you guys, it is really clear. That's what I'm doing.
Focus?
Oh, man. It's crazy. Number two, my joints. When I get out of bed, I always complain, oh, man, when I get out of bed,
so inflammation is down.
Yep.
Incredible.
Yeah. My joints, my knees don't hurt, my ankles don't ache when it's cold outside. No, it's crazy.
Just by cutting out bread and sugar.
Just by cutting out bread and sugar.
Wow. Good for you, G.
Well, there you are.
So let's see how long I can last. We'll see how it goes.
Especially with Lillian baking. How do you not eat it? Come on, you took a little nibble. You didn't even taste it and spit it out?
Because here's the thing. It's no different than other addictions.
You're
if
right.
I take that bite,
It's
I'm not
over.
going to eat a little piece,
No.
a half.
all gonna be
I'm going
gone.
to eat about 3 or 4. I'm going to put it in the skillet, put some butter around it, fry it up, and then get a little syrup, a little sauce, put it on the top. I go crazy.
Nothing wrong with flirting. Nothing wrong with flirting.
That's the way I am with a bag of raw spinach. You give me one, I just eat the whole thing.